hands while Uncle Jang pulls perfect cards every round. Eventually, Daegil and Charlie lose everything up to 1 billion won. Panicked, Charlie calls in his bodyguard, but it's useless. Uncle Jang's men are far stronger. Charlie's bodyguard is completely beaten down. Left with no other option, Daegil and Charlie are forced to sign a debt agreement, unable to pay their losses on the spot. But then, the truth comes out. It was all a setup. Uncle Jang had planned everything from the start. He was merely a puppet, working for Daegil's former boss, a man burning with revenge because Daegil had a relationship with Jaeyeon. And the nightmare doesn't stop there. Daegil is captured. One of his kidneys is taken, his bank account wiped out, his luxury apartment seized. Everything he had worked for, gone, just to cover a 2-month debt. He hits rock bottom, living as a homeless man, penniless, directionless, sleeping in the streets. Days pass. In the middle of his misery, Mina suddenly appears. She hands him a wad of cash, the same money she earned from helping set him up. Daegil is stunned, then furious, and the truth unravels. Charlie was in on it too. Betrayed from all sides, Daegil's rage explodes. His emotions spiral out of control, but in the middle of his outburst, Mina slaps him, a sharp strike, not out of hatred, but to snap him back to reality, to stop the anger from consuming him completely. A few days later, desperate to survive, Daegil returns to the gambling scene, playing in small-time joints, trying to make a little money. But he's caught cheating. Just as he's about to be arrested, a fellow player secretly swaps Daegil's card, clearing him of suspicion and saving him at the last second. After the match, Daegil chases the man down, desperate to know why he helped him. Turns out they've met before, when Daegil was just a child. The man is none other than Go Gwang-ryul, also known as Uncle Go, but luck turns again. The gamblers who lost earlier see Daegil with Uncle Go and assume the two were cheating together. A chase breaks out. Fortunately, they manage to escape and make it safely to Uncle Go's house. There, Daegil proposes a partnership. Uncle Go declines. He's now disabled, physically and emotionally scarred from a lifetime of gambling. He tells Daegil he only played recently out of boredom, not desire, but Daegil is persistent. He challenges Uncle Go to a match. If I win, you have to team up with me. Uncle Go accepts and easily defeats Daegil, seeing through all of his tricks without breaking a sweat. Only then does Daegil realize Uncle Go is a high-level Tazza, a true master. Meanwhile, Uncle Go starts to feel that Daegil reminds him of someone from his past. But a bet is a bet. He still refuses the partnership. Daegil doesn't give up. He follows Uncle Go for 3 straight days, begging to be his student. Then one day, while traveling, their vehicle gets a flat tire. They stop by the nearest workshop, only to discover it doubles as a gambling den. The owner invites them to play. They lose everything. They're challenged to return the next day for higher stakes. On day 2, they try new tricks, but still lose. The owner reads every move like an open book. On day 3, the stakes rise even higher, but the result is the same. Uncle Go dominates. It's in this moment, Uncle Go begins to soften. The fire of his old self reignites. He remembers his past, and finally, he accepts Daegil as his disciple. From then on, they train together, days filled with tactics, strategy, and a bond slowly built on trust. One day, Daegil spots Charlie and immediately chases him down, burning with revenge for the betrayal he suffered in the past. But from this encounter, a shocking truth is revealed. Charlie had been set up too. The real target of that high-stakes gamble wasn't Daegil, it was their own boss, and the mastermind behind it all was none other than director Seo. Everything suddenly makes sense. Why Seo Jin approached Daegil, why Daegil lost so badly, and even Mina, she too was trapped, and it was all because of Daegil. Scene shift. Daegil, desperate, returns to the old gambling den to find Mina. Eventually they meet, but the atmosphere is tense. They're challenged to a 1-round gamble, with severe consequences. If Dae-gil wins, he must force Humina to forfeit her hand, take the prize money, and escape with her. But if he loses, then his own hand will be taken away, and Humina's debt will only be slightly reduced. The gamble begins. And Dae-gil wins, but when it comes time to carry out the penalty, Dae-gil can't do it. Instead, in protest, he injures his own hand. Humina rushes in and stops him. Together, they escape the place. But Seo-jin, the casino owner, isn't finished yet. He still demands 500 million won in interest. Just as things spiral out of control, Uncle Go arrives. His presence alone stops Seo-jin in his tracks. Seo-jin knows if he pushes too far, his reputation could be ruined for breaking the code of honor. In the end, Dae-gil and Humina are free.
A few nights later, Dae-gil and Uncle Go have a deep conversation. It's then that Uncle Go reveals a long-held secret. Korea once had 3 legendary Tazza, the greatest gamblers of all time. First, Byung-jakwi, a legend who was eventually shot dead by Agwi on a moving train. Second, Agwi, a brutal and terrifying figure. Uncle Go refuses to talk about him in detail. Just looking at his hand, you might lose yours, he says, glancing at his own stump. That's what happened to him. Third, a man known as the Hand of God, a student of Byung-jakwi himself. He never lost a game, but after taking revenge on his own teacher and crippling Agwi, he vanished without a trace. After the heavy talk, the mood lightens. Dae-gil goes on a date with Humina. They sit in a cozy cafe, and for the first time, Humina tells her story. After Dae-gil defeated her brother, Gwang-chul, he lost a large amount of money. Desperate to recover, Gwang-chul sought fast cash. And that's when things went downhill. A friend introduced him to Seo-jin, which led to Seo-jin meeting Humina. He began targeting her, exploiting the situation. Gwang-chul was trapped in a mountain of debt, and Humina was forced to work at the casino to pay it off. That's where she met Jang Go-shik, the same man who had once set a trap for Dae-gil. But Humina's fate was even darker. She was frequently drugged, waking up naked. You can guess what that implies. Fortunately, Go-shik was infamously impotent, so there's that. Meanwhile, her brother Gwang-chul, filled with rage, ended up killing his own friend, the one who had introduced him to Seo-jin, blaming him for everything. He's now in prison, and Humina alone in the world. Scene shift to Jang Go-shik's headquarters. He's interrogating Seo-jin, furious that Humina managed to escape. He growls, "If you don't find her in 1 week, I'll shut down this casino and take both of your eyes." Yeah. Days passed. Now, Dae-gil, Uncle Go, and Humina live a modest life. They've left the gambling world behind and plan to open a small restaurant. But peace never lasts long. One day, Jang Go-shik's men show up, summoning Humina and Dae-gil to meet the boss. Sensing something's wrong, Dae-gil tells Uncle Go and Humina to run, but Jang's bodyguard is a kung fu master, and Dae-gil gets brutally beaten. Just as the bodyguard is about to catch Humina, Uncle Go appears and sacrifices himself. He fights with everything he has, and in front of Dae-gil's eyes, he dies. A few days later, Dae-gil sits silently at Uncle Go's grave. He looks at a statue with a missing hand and vows, "This time, I'll get my revenge with a cold head." The revenge mission begins. Dae-gil recruits Go Gun-hee and Soo Ji-woo, 2 people Uncle Go had once recommended. Tempted by the large cut, they agree to join. Target number 1, So-hee, a former business partner of Dae-gil's old boss. Humina takes the lead, disguising herself as a wealthy socialite ready to gamble it all. So he gets greedy, hooked on the game, risking everything she owns. And eventually, she's completely bankrupted. The team celebrates. With the money, Humina also pays off her brother's debt, securing his release from prison.